Another important formula you'll need when working with derivatives is the product rule. So this is also fairly simple. This is saying if we have some function f of x, which is a function of h times some function g, then the derivative is going to be the derivative of h times g plus h times the derivative of g. And that's it. So that's how we get something if we have two functions multiplied by one another. So this is useful because, for example, let's say we have something where we say f of x is equal to x times the sine of x. So we see now that h is x, g is the sine of x, then the derivative, and I'm switching up notations just because both of these notations are used. So you'll see me switching back and forth between them. I'm actually doing that on purpose, just to kind of, get it into your head and to remind you you'll see derivatives written in different ways. So the derivative of f is going to be the derivative of h. So the derivative of x is just 1, but times g, so sine of x, plus h, which is x, times the derivative of g, which is cosine of x. So in other words, df dx is just sine x plus x cosine of x. And so that's all the product rule really means. Now, as you can imagine, we could get a little bit more complicated. I'll work this out quickly. So you could have something like f of x is, h of x, g of x, L of x. But it's the same formula where you can now call this some new function w of x, and then everywhere where you're taking the derivative, so this would be f is h of x, w of x. The derivative would be h prime, I'll leave the x's off for now, h prime w plus h w prime, and then where you see this derivative, you would replace it with the derivative of this, which again you use the product rule. So there may be times where you have to use the product rule more than once. Just as you can imagine in the other case, there could be a time where you're using the sum rule more than once. But that's the product rule. So pretty simple.